What are dynamic ads and how do you use them on Facebook? This is a question that I get a lot here with the Silver Street marketing team. And it's, something that you really can implement to see better results in your testing, as well as automating a little bit of how your ads work and using Facebook's ability to analyze data to your benefit without you having to put in as much effort. So we're going to kind of talk a little bit about how dynamic ads work and why we would use them and when we would use them. And in a later video, we'll kind of show you and walk you through the steps of how to actually implement them on our screen. Dynamic ads are used to create multiple pairs of ads in one ad set without having to create multiple ads together. So you just put together one ad and Facebook tests to see which pairing of image or media or video with text, headline, and description paired together makes the best combination. And it uses its algorithm as well as the data that it's receiving to put that together. So when you're doing this, what I like to do is really pick, one area to really focus on because I know that it's going to create multiple pairings. So let's say if I had two different copies and two different media options with one different headline and one description. I know that it's going to create a couple different variants of those combinations. So we're looking at multiple combinations of this. So we're looking at about 4 different ads, right? Because it's going to compare, it's going to have, image 1 with copy 1, image 2 with copy 1, image 2 with copy 2, and image 1 with copy 2. So you're going to have 4 different variants that you're going to be able to test. When you start jumping into 6 to 8 to 10 variants, I don't see it as beneficial for you. So I would pick, 1 or 2 areas that you're going to put multiple variants into that dynamic creative so that you're able to really be able to see, what works best. And it's not going to take as long for Facebook to test for you. As time goes on, you can add more and more into it to see what's working best. And you can take out what you've noticed is not working well. But that's one thing that I would do to keep it as a best practice. When you use dynamic ads is really based off of where you are in your Facebook experience. If you're at a point where maybe you're in the beginning, you haven't tested a lot, you don't really know what works, it's a great time. If you're at a point where you're starting to see some slowdown going in through your ads, you're not getting as many clicks, not as many views on your page, you're just not driving traffic as well, and your conversions are dropping, then I would recommend a good time to try this because it can help boost that action inside of your account. And ultimately, it's always good to kind of keep something going that's testing to really make sure that you are not assuming what's best, but verifying and doubling down on what's best and using those results for other ads that you're running. So you can see what variants are working best, and then you can take those variants and put them into other ads and say, hey, I want this ad over here in this other ad set with this target that's similar to have the same thing so I can see if it produces similar results. That's really when you want to be using dynamic ads. So it really can fit into your Facebook journey really wherever you are. But I see it most beneficial for people who are looking to test quickly, need a little ramp up in their account, or need a little bit of time taken away when they're in their management. So they would like that ability to kind of have multiple things, multiple variants running at the same time, so they don't have to be on top of changing that ad as frequently. So that is what I would suggest when it comes to dynamic ads, and that is really when and what it's used for. If you have any questions about implementing these, be sure to reach out to us. We'd love to answer any questions that you might have, and we're excited to see you in the next video.